Hi there, this is Dr. Evan Osar with the Institute for Integrative Health and Fitness Education, and I'm here with my good friend and industry colleague, Dianne Bailey.
How are you doing, everybody? I had asked Dr. Osar to talk about the feet on purpose today because we had a workshop in September where we talked about interaction, right here at my studio in Denver, about the interaction of Tai Chi and the integrated movement system and how they overlap. And one of the pieces of that overlap is with the feet. In Tai Chi, we talk about being rooted and grounded.
Yep.
And one of the things that Dr. Osar presented in this workshop was the foot release to prepare for your movement and to help you with your balance. So I asked him if he would do this Facebook Live with that release so that we can show how it does help with balance.
Absolutely. This is what we teach as part of our certification courses, so the Integrative Corrective Exercise Instructor Program. Also, so again, we're going to use our hands, but if your client can't reach down or they have arthritis of their thumbs, they can always use a device like a tennis ball and or a roller. So what we're going to do is take our feet. I wore my toe socks, which I didn't know Dianne was going to let me do this, but it works out really good. And what we're going to do is first work the inside of the foot. Now the great thing about this release, it helps to release tight muscles and fascia. It also helps to activate or turn on, upregulate muscles as well. So you get release and activation at the same time, which is why, another reason why this is such an effective technique. So we're going to go first through the arch of the foot. So the inside, that long arch of the medial side of the foot, we're going to work that arch. There's only one area of the foot you never want to work, and that's directly underneath your big toe. So make sure you never roll or push or prod underneath the big toe. There's two little sesamoid bones. Your kneecap is a sesamoid bone. Your scapula is a sesamoid bone as well. You don't ever want to rub on these sesamoid bones because you may irritate them. So what we're going to do is take your thumbs like this, right on the inside arch of your foot, and just work across the inside arch. We're going to go a little bit faster than we would do this in practice, just so you get an idea of what it feels like. And I want you to do this if you're watching the replay of this, and if you're watching this and you're not driving, or actually you're not driving anyway. Areas of your body that your brain really pays attention to, and that's your face, your hands, and of course your feet. And your feet, remember, is your connection, are the connection to the ground. That's why the feet are such an important part of balance as well as overall function in the body. Now take your foot like this and just kind of spread it out. Okay, so spread it out. As long as it doesn't hurt, don't pull on your toes if they hurt. Don't crank on your toes if there's any discomfort. Just spread your foot out as much as you can. Now, as you're watching this and doing this, stand up and feel the difference between your two feet. You should feel and notice a lot more awareness and connection of that foot that you just released to the ground. That's how quickly and instantly you can change the activity of your foot. Now, once you change the activity and awareness of the foot, you want to teach the individual
talk about that same tripod in Tai Chi. I want my people to feel their foot elongate and really connect with the ground. If they're connected with the ground as far as their balance, they can shift their weight over to one column, and then they can easily feel themselves being rooted. Those roots grow out long and they grow out wide in the foot. And then I can move with balance in our Tai Chi. That's why that foot release is actually an important piece. We're incorporating it in our classes because we want our people to connect with the ground, and that immediately helps their balance. I'm going to ask Dr. Osar to come back.
So this is a very simple activation, release and activation you can do on your client's feet. And again, it really takes 3 to 5 minutes to do both feet. You can throw that right in the beginning of your class. Your clients, whether you're doing Tai Chi,
Right.
whether you're doing a group exercise program, whether you're one-on-one with your clients, it's really, really an effective strategy to help, again, wake up those proprioceptors,
Right.
increase the client's awareness of their feet so they really feel their feet on the ground, which can improve their foot and ankle function, improves their knee and lower extremity, their hip function. A lot of the glute activation, or I should say glute activation, is tied directly to how you incorporate and use your feet. So the foot exercise here that we just did, release and activation, a huge part of what we do with all our clients. So again, very easy strategy you can incorporate into the strategies and techniques, programs that you're doing with success.
And I want to add, it's a sneaky, and that's has a bad connotation, but it's actually a really good way to get your clients to get their shoes off. And a lot of our clients, especially within the older population, they're very tied to their shoe wear.
Yes.
And we struggle with this in Tai Chi. We actually don't want them to have those big rubber-soled
Correct,
shoes.
correct.
They're grippy. It's actually kind of dangerous. We want them to have minimal shoes or no shoes. And by doing the activation, the release and activation, it's a way to get them to take their shoes off and maybe say, well, maybe I'll do class just in my socks, or maybe I'll do it, maybe I will do, I'll try the Tai Chi shoes, which are minimal. It helps for them to kind of release the shoe.
Yes.
We're trying to release the foot,
yes.
but it releases the shoe
Their
as well.
connection to the shoe, right?
Correct.
Right. And again, if your client has, just the last thing to finish up, if your client does have like orthopedic shoes or orthotics from their medical doctor or
Right.
chiropractor or physical therapist, don't tell them to stop using them. However, encourage them to spend a little bit of time during your session if they can, and are willing to,
Right.
with some bare feet, just so they can get that awareness, that waking up of the proprioceptive system and get a better connection to the foot. And then when you do your rest of your program, you can always put them back in their shoes, or you can encourage them to not use their shoes if they're able to do that, if pain and, like I said, some other orthopedic issue hasn't compromised their foot function. It's a great way, again, to incorporate the foot into an overall program and really start to get that awareness and connection back to the feet.
Right.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Dr. Osar. I'm so glad that even in Tai Chi, we want to make sure that their feet are relaxed and connected to the ground. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And just last thing, I said last thing a couple minutes ago, but the one reason that people feel that wobbly ankle is because they don't have that proprioceptive connection to their foot and to the ground through the foot. So their ankle will start to wobble because the brain is trying to find that stability that the ground is sort of masking or blocking because it's not sensing the foot on the ground. So that's one way to address clients that have that wobbly ankle, is to help them get better foot connection or get the foot rooted into the ground as you do in Tai Chi. So thank you so much for being on.